Hey guys, David from Dash Off-Road, and this video is something that I get asked about all the time. We've got, at the moment there's 4 series of Y62s, and it can be a little bit tricky to work out what's the different ones that there are. So if you're looking at the second-hand market and you want to know which Y62 to go for, which one's the good one, watch this video and this is going to help you a lot. Here we go. Alright, so we've got a series 1, 2, 3, 4. In the series 1s you could get either an STL, a TI or a TIL. And what's the difference, you ask, between those ones? Well, the STLs are just a coil suspension. So everything else has HBMC after that, hydraulic body motion control, basically hydraulic suspension. But if you're a purist and you love the coils, you have to pretty much get the STL version because everything else after that had HBMC. STL is cloth trim, then you go up to the TILs which have leather, although the TIL will have the, and this is in all models actually from series 1 to 4, will have the ventilated seats, so like little air pockets come out of the seats and cool you down in summertime. And in winter you've got the heated seats, so if that's important to you, you pretty much have to get the TIL of any series. Well, while we're here we'll do the comparisons with the TIL. So TIL means you get the Bose stereo, which is super cool, subwoofer, that sort of thing. The STL and TIs get just a normal 6-speaker stereo, and to be honest, the stereo is pretty average in the Patrols. Even my old Navara I think had a better stereo than the Patrol. So if you're into audio, TIL once again. All the TILs will have headlight washers, and the reason they've got headlight washers is because their low beam is HID, so that's I think it's an ADR thing. And then when you get to Series 4, the headlight washers change to a pop-up version, and we'll show you that in a minute. On the interior, all the Series 1s have got the gear lever in the right position on the passenger side and the drink holder closest to you, which is where it should be. I don't know why they changed it. That's what's happened. So basically all of the series, whether it's STL, TI, in Series 1 to 4, they all have halogen lights, which in this day and age is rubbish, to be honest. Luckily you can upgrade them easily, but it's only the TILs that have the HID low beam, but even still, they've got a halogen high beam. How annoying. Again, you can upgrade it, so it's not a big deal. And with the TIL, you've got the rear tailgate that goes up by a button press. That's pretty cool too. So the Series 2s is when they started with the all-round camera, I believe. So you got it in the Series 1 TIL only, but then when you go to Series 2, that's when they started putting in the TI as well. Cool feature, by the way, and they continue that with all the rest of the series. So if that's important to you, you have to buy Series 2 onwards. Series 2s are like unicorns. You just don't see them, and there's a reason for that. Because when Y62s landed in Australia, because they weren't diesel, they're petrol, no one wanted them. So they sat in the lot. So you'll see a heap of 2012-13 builds first registered in maybe 2014. And that's when they launched the Series 2, but they had to clear all their Series 1 stock. So there's the build numbers of Series 2 is almost nothing. I couldn't even get one here. We've got 14 Y62s on this trip. Couldn't even find a single one. So, on we go. Oh, and sometime in Series 2, that's when they moved the gear stick from the passenger side to the driver's side, and that carried on from then onwards. Alright, we're getting up to the Series 3s, it's getting a bit more exciting. Series 3, a beautiful example, I must say. Now, this is when things got interesting for Nissan. All of the models before this had the music box. So that means you can put a CD in there and it'll rip directly to the hard drive. So I think it's 4 gig, which stores a heap of music on there. The Series 4 didn't have the music box, so I think you've got to just use a memory stick and just plug it in and do it that way, which doesn't work on all of the previous series, which is quite annoying. Series 3, 2. So they've got variable valve timing, but only on the intake side from Series 1 and 2. And when you get to Series 3, they move the variable valve timing to the exhaust side too. A lot of technical lingo, but you get an enormous saving in fuel. Like the Series 3 4s are about 2 litres per 100 less than what a Series 1 2 is in like normal sort of functional driving around town, open road, that sort of stuff. So if fuel's important to you, the Series 3 4s, if you can afford it, are much better on fuel. Now the other thing, you'll note on this one here, for example, this is a Series 3 and you can tell quickly because it's got the honeycomb grille. Still only 2 sensors on the outsides, and these are 24mm by memory sensors. And when we go to the Series 4, they go up to a 26mm sensor. But what you'll see the difference in the Series 3s and 4s to pick it quickly is the grille. This one's got the horizontal grille, which I'm a big fan of, I must say. And also the wheels. Series 3 will have a 6-spoke wheel, Series 4 have the 12-spoke wheel. So again, with the TILs, it's got all the safety stuff, the radar cruise control, so you can set it, if there's a car at a distance in front of you, if they slow down, you'll slow down with it. If they accelerate, you'll accelerate with it, so that's kind of cool. Anti-collision, so if you're being naughty and looking at your phone and you forget to brake, it'll stop for you. There's other safety things, lane departure. If you want the safety pack, the TIL is the way to go. And only the TILs have puddle lights, so all of them, when you walk up to your car, the interior light sort of comes on. It's nice, it's like it's waking up for its owner to come and sit inside. But the TIL has a puddle light that comes down here, that's pretty cool. You can even get a projection of Patrol if you get some aftermarket thing done as well, which I like. So when you're on car sales, shopping, or whatever website, shopping for a Y62, it's easy. Everyone states the Series 1 or a Series 4. They're the easy ones to recognise. It's the Series 2s and 3s which are really, really tricky, and you'll even see when you look at the adverts, they won't state whether it's a Series 2 or 3. There's nowhere on the car that stamps it saying it's a Series 2 or 3. It is really tricky. So if you're looking to buy a Y62 and you ask me which one's the right one, because I get asked all the time, they're all the right one. There's a couple of idiosyncrasies between each model, but they're all fantastic. I do like the variable valve timing for the savings in fuel of the Series 3s and up, but then if I had one, mine's a Series 1, if the gear lever was on that side of me, I think that would bother me too. They're all good cars, they're all good cars. If I was going to talk about which one's easier to modify, well, that's another whole video and I'll go into that another time. So go test drive a Y62, and for those guys who've been following me, you know what I'm about to say, then tell me what colour you bought. Yeah.